Commission meeting on Monday, August 2nd, 2021. Roll call, please.
Smith.
Here.
Weinreich.
Here.
Gregg.
Here.
Robish.
Present.
Mayor Harrington.
Here. Join me in a pledge of allegiance, please. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Consider approval of the agenda. Do we have any amendments to the agenda tonight? We do not. That's the first about a month now, so I'm pretty happy with that. I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda, please.
Move to approve the agenda.
Mr. Weinrich approved, second by Commissioner Robish. Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Weinreich.
Aye.
Gregg.
Aye.
Robish.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Number 3 on our list today is public forum. Public comments may be sent during a live meeting broadcast on our city's YouTube channel. The link is listed on the city's website at www.huronst.com/citygovernment. In order to use the YouTube chat feature, please create an account with your YouTube and Gmail or use your existing accounts. Please state your name and address to the record. Public forum is limited to a maximum of 3 minutes per person. And we do have our HR director on the computer in the back tonight, so if you have any questions you want brought before the commission, you can send it, and Nathan will read it, and he'll get my attention, and we'll try to answer it to the best of our ability. So with that, is there anybody up here that has a public comment tonight?
I do.
Yes, Commissioner Robish.
Thank you, Mayor. Along with everything within the last 2 years, National Night Out is coming back this year. And I would like the man in charge, Mr. Captain Johnson, to come up and tell us a little bit about that.
You know, he only gets 3 minutes.
I remember for some COVID stuff. I'd just like to take a couple minutes. Thank you for the opportunity to come up here and talk to you guys. Once again, National Night Out is coming back. Encourage everybody to come out. See all the different activities that are going to be going on. Thanks to the sponsors, we are able to provide 200 free hot dogs to the first 200 kids that are out there. There's going to be bouncy houses, entertainment, and different city organizations and resources that are available. So everybody can come out, see what's actually available in Huron. Tomorrow night from 5 to 8 in Campbell Park. We will close off California, a portion of the street, so we can get some heavier equipment in there. Fire department, Northwestern Energy, Dakota Energy, all that.
I know in the past I've attended the last few that we've had, and they're very entertaining and very resourceful to, I know a lot of people enjoy going to booth and find out what they have to offer and to learn about different things. So appreciate it, Mark.
Okay.
Appreciate all the help that you get from all your department that come help too. So
It's a lot of fun, so I encourage
Yeah.
everybody to come out.
yeah, I would encourage that also. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Do we have any other public forums? Yes, sir.
Yes. Do I go
State
there?
your name and
There,
address,
there.
please.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm Jeff Pownell, downtown resident, property owner, business owner. And I'm going to talk about downtown just real quick. You've got on work session 9.1 for budgeting today. And all I wanted to do is just stress the importance of it. When I look at what's downtown Watertown has done, downtown Brookings has done, you know, it takes a community to make a downtown successful. It takes private sector, it takes foundations, it takes the city government to get everything done. Everybody's got to be working together, and everybody's got to pitch in their effort, their time, their money, whatever it is that they can contribute. When I look at the importance of downtown, recently the workforce development was talking about what do we do to attract businesses and retain people in Huron. You know, first impressions are so important. You know, I'm fairly new here, but if I hadn't lived here before and had the rose-colored glasses of what downtown Huron should look like, I would have come downtown here and not thought very highly of it. compared to our other cities, our sister cities that are around us. What I'd really love to see is in this budgeting process today, or over the next weeks or however long it takes, that we put a real effort and some real dollars behind this, because we've got a lot of deferred maintenance that has to be done. We've got a lot of capital spending that needs to be done, but the best thing is we have a unique opportunity. The DOT has met with us, the property owners, about 2 weeks ago. They laid out very specific timelines for them to completely tear Dakota Avenue out. This is our chance to work with them, not against them, and to get this done together with them. They explained to me that they're gonna hire a general contractor much before the construction starts, and that if the city and everybody is able to slip in the bids, how the bidding works, it would all fall under their general contractor, which would make it much more efficient for the city, cost a lot less money, and it would get it done much, much better. Because we'd have one responsible party that's in charge of everything from demolition to sewer to water to electricity to beautification. And all of those things that at the very end, when you're doing remodeling or construction, and I'm covered in dirt right now, all that anybody notices at the very end is that last coat of paint. They don't see all the work that went into it beforehand. So this is our chance right now to do that work, to get it compiled in a package and to work with the DOT and get it to them as soon as we can and not wait until next year, which might be the last moment to get it done. And then if something happens, we don't have any free time. So I'm just encouraging you guys to find it in your pocketbooks, in your heart, in the city, however it can be done, to come and get together with the private business owners, the foundations, and the other people in Huron who I hear every day in my store who thank me for doing business downtown and appreciate the fact that they have somewhere to go in the soul of the city. That's it.
All right, thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
You bet. Okay, any other comments tonight that you'd like to make, public forum? Seeing none, we'll move on to a consent agenda. Number 4, matters appearing on the consent agenda are expected to be non-controversial and will be acted upon by the commission at one time without discussion, unless a member of the commission requests an opportunity to address any given item. Items removed from the consent agenda will be discussed at the beginning of the formal items. So we'll move on. 4.1, minutes of July 26, 21 City Commission meeting. 4.2, fuel quotes for city departments. 4.3, special event alcohol beverage license filed by Top Floor Events for Chamber Mixture on September 14th at Kansas Mall, located 200 block of Dakota Avenue South. 4.4, special event on sale alcoholic beverage license filed by Hangar Restaurant and Lounge for a benefit fundraiser on August 28th at the campus center. 4.5, special event on sale beverage license filed by Hangar Restaurant and Lounge for a wedding reception on November 6th at the campus center, 339 9th Street Southwest. 4.8, appointment of Michael Jules to play safety committee for the remainder of the Chad Schroeder's term. 4.7, personnel items, recommend hiring of Mason Minsky for the volunteer fire position. Recommended hire, number 2, recommended hiring of Alex Griffin for a volunteer fire position. And 3, recognize the resignation of Nathan Williams from the volunteer fire position. 4, request to post a time seasonal Broadland Creek Pro Shop position. A part-time seasonal Broadland Creek Pro Shop position. 4.8, payment of the bills. I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Move to approve the consent.
Commissioner Smith moved to approve. Need a second on this?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Bragg. Thank you. Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Weinreich.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Robish.
Aye.
Mayor Hurton.
Aye. Okay. Moving right along, we get down to departmental items. Number 8, consider recommendation from the Capital Asset Committee to replace the 60 horsepower pump for the Master Blaster and Splash Central Water Park. I see we have Chad Schroeder here tonight. You want to come talk to us about that, Chad? And Alex, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to overlook you.
So we had the motor that powers the Master Blaster turbine pump fail on us last Sunday, and we sent it in to get a estimate for repair, and to get the estimates 2 to 3 weeks out, and that's just to get the estimate. And then when we were doing some more research, we found that commonly it costs about as much to repair as what it does to replace. And so with the recommendation of Pauline and Rich and Gary, we decided to apply for emergency money to replace the motor to try to get it done yet this year. And that's what we're asking for. Questions?
Just a
Any-
quick add there that, the total on that is $10,464.10, but we may need an additional $300 for shipping. Forgot to include all that.
Okay, any questions for Chad on this? Mark, Commissioner Roach.
Thank you. Do you have a timeline for the replacement coming in?
We don't have exactly. They said it could take it could be here as early as 1 week, but we'll be relying on shipping companies to get it here from California. So we don't know that for sure. Our goal was to try to have it so we could get it installed and get a couple more rides on it before we close. But they can't guarantee us that because they've been having problems with shipping.
Our closure date's the 14th?
Yes, sir.
14th, okay. August 14th's coming right up. Yes.
So-
And I think that in talking with Chad, what we talked about is we might as well bite the bullet, get it done, get it ready to go for next year. Put the motor in, get it going, and so we don't have to worry about next year trying to find the parts and try and get it now, get it put in there. Because who knows what next year's gonna bring as far as finding parts and getting stuff in there, getting the machines in there, so.
Would it be the same emergency if we just got the part and even didn't put it in? I mean, I guess what I'm saying is, because you're talking a couple of rides, I understand that.
Yeah.
But I mean, still getting it here, so because we don't know what next year's gonna bring, but not putting it in till next spring to save that winter kill on it.
That is something to consider.
Right.
That would be something to consider. Our goal would be to get it in so we can test it
Yeah,
get it
I see.
installed so we can test it while we still have water
Yeah.
in the pool, so we can make sure that it runs. We took that risk a couple years ago when we put new bearings in the 50-meter
Right.
motor.
Right.
They re-bearinged that during the winter months, and we couldn't test it right away, so during startup, when we were trying to go through all the startup process, we crossed our fingers, we hit start, and it went. So, but that would be something to consider because that motor is outside.
Right.
We got four motors that are underneath the slides that are outside, and so maybe we look at that. Also, depending on timing, that might, so.
Well, if it comes between now and August 14th, I'll buy supper. Because the way everything is stacked up all across the United States, whatever part, you're looking for a part for your washing machine, you're gonna wait a month,
Yeah.
month and a half.
Tell you what, Mayor, I'll take an ice cream cone.
Okay. There you go.
And we're having that issue with the HVAC system right now too.
Yeah.
You know, we're doing that upgrade and there's a couple actuators that we're missing to finish that project. And it's just a shipping issue. They just can't get them, so.
Any other questions for Chad?
Yeah, and it's more so to clarify again from what we talked about, just for Mark and Brian who haven't been, we're not doing this to try to get it here for this year. The decision to get a new one is pretty bad. Chad's got a picture he sent me, and he can certainly share that with you guys, that it doesn't look good, and a rebuild would essentially be, there's so many parts that are shot on this one, a rebuild is essentially gonna be building new, except then we won't have the guarantees. So we're not gonna spend really any less, and then we're gonna end up with a rebuild. Here we can spend probably what's gonna be within a few $100, and then we've got the guarantee of a new unit. So we're not doing the new one to try to get it here for this year. That'd be a great perk if it works out and we can test it, but the decision-making behind it, we were recommending was more so because the new one just makes more sense at this point with this far gone. And, you know, it looks like, no fault of anybody, because it's completely enclosed and contained, there'd be no way to know, but it's probably been damaged inside for a season, maybe two, and still running in there, and so that's where the inside of that motor is, it looks pretty bad, so a new one probably makes the most sense.
I think so too, I agree.
Did we replace, a motor or something last year? Does that come to mind?
No.
Did we?
We had Olson out there digging on one.
Yeah, we replaced a bunch of pipe, yeah, that was on the piping. We had a break on the, underneath the slide on the piping that goes through, but we didn't replace the motor. Now, we've replaced, you know, so far this year, we replaced the pump that was on that lazy river
Yeah,
motion pump.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
Jack.
so, yeah, so that's operational. And just FYI, when they replaced that pump, they also put new bearings in the motor. So that one has new bearings in it. So it's something that Alex and I are gonna look at for preventative maintenance, is we're gonna look at, because those motors are outside, we might get some quotes on doing some more. We got 2 more motors yet that we need to put new bearings in, and they're recommending us take a look at that as far as a preventative maintenance deal, because those motors are outside. So, but I think, Brian, that's what you're thinking
Yeah,
about,
I
is
think it
that
is too,
lazy
Jack.
river motion pump.
And we also had that other part for the master blaster that we just had to replace that was down, but that was separate from the pumps.
Yep, that's correct, yep, the VFD was down.
Any other questions for Chad or Alex? All right, thank you, guys.
Yep, thank you.
Appreciate it. I'd entertain a motion to approve this recommendation from the Capital Asset Committee to replace the 60 horsepower pump at the Master Blaster Central Water Park.
I'd make that motion, Mr. Mayor.
Commissioner Bragg, motion to approve. Do I have a second on this motion?
Second.
Second from Commissioner Weinrich. Okay, any more discussion on this?
Do we have to include the shipping and recognize that as part of it?
The $300?
Comes out to about $10,800, a little less.
So, yeah, okay. Any other discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Weinrich.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Bulovich.
Aye.
Mayor Harrington.
Aye. Okay. With that, we're going to a work session now. We're in a short meeting tonight, but a work session, we're going to discuss 2022